at Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, and there was an incident. I don't know if any of you know, but we have our first Asian American president of Dartmouth College ever, and it's the first president of an Ivy League college who's Asian at all. And after he got elected, someone sent him a really screwed up email that was like just really. It was sent out to the entire campus, and this is kind of my response to that. 2 weeks after an anonymous email tells President Kim to go back to Panda Garden Rice Village restaurant, it's my friend's birthday. Hoo boy. Danny is a 7th grader. First dark hint of a mustache, so I don't say any angry thing back when he tells me that hilarious joke, especially since he's gotten so amped to share it, fiddling at the opposite end of the table, piping, "Hey, hey." I've heard him the whole time, plotting over flatware, and wanted to offer at least a what, but the wafer, the table is long. And I, jerking my leg beneath, fraying my lettuce weak, feel 11, want to bark, or wrench his sister's arm, stop talking about Northwestern, it's boring and it's your birthday, but it's her birthday, her 19th, so much better than her birth when she fisted out in a thick sweater of placenta, and she deserves a friend who can murmur quieter than the ice jingling in our plastic cups, so I gnaw my acrid cheese, sip water. Later, as we patter down the sidewalk, Danny finally bursts loose and flings that hot stone of a joke, so loud and excited as if he's been hoarding it for years. Some foreigner says, "I want a fork on table," meaning, of course, cutlery, and "I want a sheet on bed," meaning Egyptian cotton, and I thinking of nothing, thinking of R's and L's, thinking, I want to go back to Panda Garden Rice Village restaurant, scuff non-committally, and Danny thinking it's because he's sworn, sheepishly adds a bow of the head. And I go into Borders, and I look at how thick the books are filled. Think about words like breach and bleach, player and prayer. Later, back at the Burns Park house, we're all eating cake, and she, my graduate school-bound friend, born into luck, says, "I don't have anything to say about race," and I want to say, "Your brother does," but swallow icing. Danny is a 7th grader, and what someone gives me in exuberance, I take, even if I see the garage door in Nebraska that hounded my dad to Michigan, the way paint burned a new name into him, even if some noises just get familiar, chicken, kitchen. My English is neat enough to say I think the first graduate school is marginally superior to the second graduate school, and words like polydactyl, but an unreachable vocabulary hulks like a centerpiece on the table. If my friend, older than me by months, her eyes blue, voice colorless, had told me such a joke, I would have buckled my tongue just as neatly. I've learned how to drop the ripe fruit of a question so it splats. And really, isn't this the best and only lesson I've ever learned? To blow down my upset, stow my stew, ferret out the injury long after the event, and think true, through, dare, there, race, lace.